I don't know. I don't think so. No, not when it comes to fraud. If there's fraud, these people are lunatics.
One week is bust down rollies counting racks in the designer. The next, you getting called by your last name in the beige jumpsuit with broken slippers. Digital dope boys running it up in silence until they ain't. Just the raw breakdowns of how they tried to run it up, how it all came crashing down. We ain't glorifying this gang, just exposing it for what it really is. This the blueprint and the backfire. You now tuned in to Hustle Fraud Chronicles. It's $10.6 billion medical fraud. Eastern Europeans, crime and what happened. Let's talk about the crime and what happened. Massive Medicare fraud involving $10.6 billion through false claims for medical equipment. Catheters, you know, whatever a catheter is, I'm gonna have to look that up, y'all. But catheters submitted under stolen US identities, right? How did they do it? They set up 30 US businesses to submit fictitious durable medical equipment, DME, claims, laundering nearly $1 billion through shell companies. So they was laundering over $1 billion through shell companies, you know what I'm saying? Doing this fraud for Medicare fraud. It's one thing with Medicare, man. I was hearing about, you know, people doing that, you know what I'm saying, with the medical companies, and they frauding with the Medicare. The government, you know, when they find out, they on you. They on you. There's no getting away from that. But, you know, they do what they do, you know what I'm saying? The duration, it's a scheme that was ran for about 3 years. Investigation start. You know what I'm saying? It was 3 years ago. They had a run for 3 years doing this. And it's $10.6 billion that they ran up. Investigation started. Indicted was unsealed June 23rd, 2025. That's when the indictment came. So that's like, you know, a couple weeks ago. Investigation likely began months earlier. How they got busted? Analytics flagged suspicious claims. DOJ indicted 11 individuals, primarily based in Eastern Europe. Sentence pending. Defendants were recently charged. Court proceedings is ongoing. $10.6 billion Medicare fraud. The fraud scheme was one of the largest such busts in U.S. history. Involved billions of dollars in false health claims and stolen personal information. All right, y'all, it's a wrap for that story. Now it's on to the 19-year-old that pulled the $245 million crypto heist. It's a 19-year-old that orchestrated the 245 cryptocurrency theft via social engineering, later stealing another $2 million while under investigation. How they did it? Used social engineering to steal crypto from victims. They laundered funds and attempted coercion, carjacking, kidnapping. So this is what happened. You know, it's a 19-year-old that was doing this, you know, and the victims, they actually done their research to find out the person that was doing it, the 19-year-old's parents. They kidnapped the parents and was holding the cousin for ransom. So this is a deep type of movie type of thing right here is what I'm seeing. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I was looking at it, I'm like, man, this is epidemic. It's like a movie for real, you know? You would think like, you know, with the crypto, like how can anybody track it? They can track that shit. You know what I'm saying? The feds, once they get, it's nothing that they can't tap into. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, y'all got to realize, man, you know, the more we continue to keep advancing with technology and AI and these cameras, slim to nothing. You know, this is what they got prisons for, so they can lock up mass populations of people, you know, for doing stupid shit. And they make the economy worse to make, you know, they say money is the root of all evil, but people are doing evil shit to get to that money because guess what? You know, it's less than the people that's the have-nots. They don't know how to really apply themselves. So what they do, they just want to take the easy route out, you know what I'm saying, take risk and do shit to get caught up like this. But this is just a 19-year-old, you know, they this young pulling a heist like that, you know. They got companies in California to where they actually hiring kids like that that's doing this type shit. you know, that know what they're doing. You got the white collars and the black collar ones, you know, that's high with fraud. You know, this a 19-year-old kid that's doing this shit. It's $245 million crypto heist that he pulled. They kidnapped his parents, kidnapped his cousin, and was holding them for ransom. Feds got them, you know, so they got, you know, they currently are locked up for that. The victims are, you know, but hell, you stole that amount of money from them, hell yeah, they on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but this, yeah, it's a 19-year-old that did this shit. So, laundered funds and attempted coercion, carjacking, kidnapping. Yeah, we talking about the victims that did that, you know, with the kid that stole their $245 million in crypto. System late duration, it happened in 2023 to 2024. Investigation started federal interest after mid 2024 rearrested January 2025 for post plea. How did they get busted? Blockchain tracking, federal sting, and breach of plea conditions led to arrest. You know, so with them kidnapping the kid's parents, holding his cousin for ransom, getting caught up behind it, they told the feds about what's going on. All eyes is on the 19-year-old, you know, and on the investigation that's happening. So when did they get busted? Boom, I already said. Sentence, pled guilty, faces a lengthy prison term, trial status, and sentencing upcoming. July 2nd, 2025. I'm gonna have to, let me just, hold on y'all, let me do my research real quick. How many years is he facing? 19 to 24 years. You know? So this shit ain't no joke, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got people across the world that's doing the fraud. You know, it's very vast. So this is why I started the channel. This is the reason why I started the show, you know what I'm saying, Hustle Fraud Chronicles, because it's getting deep. It's showing like what they did, how they got caught, how long was they run, what they could have did to avoid it. And this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not condoning fraud. I'm not trying to teach fraud or none of that. You know what I'm saying? We just speaking on cases, things that's already happening, you know what I'm saying, to these individuals with these alleged charges. And, you know, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing over here. All right, so I think that's enough on that. But yeah, the bag was big, the plan was bold, but the system don't sleep. When receipts stack up, the feds pull up. The streets talk. Keep your hustle smart or keep a lawyer on speed dial. You've been tapped in to Hustle Fraud Chronicles.
I don't know. I don't think so. No, not when it comes to fraud. If there's fraud, these people are lunatics.